Well, since a global tech outage just last week, Delta Airlines has had to cancel and delay hundreds of flights, leaving travelers stranded at the airport. An absolute nightmare. And our Brad Bell joins us now from Reagan National. Brad, the airline says it is slowly getting things back on track. You were bringing us some good news in the 4 o'clock hour.
Yeah, and we're going to bring you some more good news. It is getting better, but it is still a mess. Look, all of these bags here, these are bags that got separated from people flying here to DCA. I just heard a guy telling a story. He was booked out of Miami. Bag gets checked. Flight gets canceled. Drives to Jacksonville, tries to get on another flight. That gets canceled. Drives here to DCA, and just today got reunited with his bag. He drove. His bag flew. Hang around the Delta baggage claim area and you'll hear some travel stories.
We had an original flight that was going to Paris and then Cincinnati and then to DCA. Long story short, I think maybe 36 hours we finally made it to here.
This is where all the bags checked onto canceled flights end up, hundreds of suitcases, and it's where eventually their owners come to get their things and maybe vent just a little.
Supposed to fly out Monday, spent 11 hours at the airport, went home, got up the next morning, had to fly to BWI, so my bag and everything I was going to wear for the week was sitting here while I was in Baltimore.
I have not really slept, not on planes, not in the waiting area because we couldn't have a hotel, so we were just waiting in the waiting area. And so
You've been up for 30?
Yeah.
You've been up for 36 hours.
Yeah, plus some because I didn't get much sleep the night before.
We also see plenty of people and baggage coming and going on schedule today. Now, checking the departure board here at Reagan midday, here is a Delta flight that's delayed, but only by about a half an hour, an American flight delayed by a half an hour or so. But checking other Delta flights on the board, on time, over here, on time as well. Things do seem to be returning to normal. Delta's CEO this morning issuing a statement promising tomorrow will be a fully normal day with only minimal cancellations today, acknowledging that Delta's efforts to recover from the computer glitch were difficult and frustratingly slow, but the worst impacts of the CrowdStrike-caused outage are, quote, clearly behind us. He also thanks customers for their understanding, and we hear that at the baggage area as well.
I've almost got 3 million miles on Delta, so I've been flying them a long time. I'm not going to change.
Just trying to make the best out of the situation. I'm glad to be home.
Yeah, a lot of people saying they're glad to be home. We're seeing a lot of patients here. I just checked the board right now. A lot of the Delta, all the Delta flights actually are on time or only slightly delayed. The one cancellation that's up on the board right now is a flight incoming from Nantucket. Not a terrible place if you're going to have to kill time with a canceled flight. So look, if you're one of these people, get with the airline. They know where your bags are. They've been going through the barcodes, and get on their websites because they're giving refunds and they're reimbursing for expenses you incurred if you got stranded somewhere. At Reagan Airport, Brad Bell, 7 News.